Shamin. Shamin?
Shamin, it's a shin, yeah. Shuma is an evaluation, Shamin is the...
Oration, this goes on the first part, Kara going. Shor Shinega Etapara, the ox that gores a cow. The hafila, and then aborts, miscarries. Ain Shamin, you don't evaluate, call a chabifnei by himself independently. Only that you delay a mezek harbe, because the amount, it's going to be a greater amount of the value of the damaged person here, of the mezek damage. Only is going up in price, the value is going up. Delay increases, oh well, it goes up. It increases the value of the damage a lot. Aval Shami, but you do evaluate the para miubera, pregnant cow, para that's pregnant. Kamma haita yafe, how much will be worth the chiyah at the beginning? Kamma hi hu shavet shavet, how much is worth now? So it's like before the pregnancy and after pregnancy. In meta. If it's dead, it's alive.
Not clear. There's two ways to evaluate. A pregnant cow is worth less than a cow and a calf. Okay. So when you're evaluating in the ratio, you're evaluating the ratio is where the shore gored the pregnant part. So what's the damages of the owner of the pregnant part? The value of a pregnant para, or the value of a para and a dead calf?
It's a pregnant para. That's the pregnant, because it would damage a pregnant para, so you have to pay for pregnant para.
Pregnant para is worth less than a para and a calf. Alright. So if you're going to evaluate the loss of the nizik with the value separately, para and calf, that's you're owing on the domain nizik of you're increasing the value of the nizik very much, says Rashi. But like Phil is saying, the owner of the ox, what did he actually gore? He didn't actually gore a calf and kill it. He gored a pregnant para. So the damages are how much is a pregnant para worth, not how much is a para and a dead calf worth. Because a dead calf, you're going to say, well, how do you evaluate how much what was the damages to the dead calf? He was never alive as a calf. That would be more damages than he's entitled to. He never had a live para and a live calf. But he should be compensated for that amount.
Come back.
See you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, Roy. It's good. That's what Rashi says. Ein Shamim. Aresha Koi. We're going on the case of the Resha. Shor Shinogas Apara. The shore gored the para. The pila. Then the para miscarried. Ein Shamim Kol Echad B'fnei Atzmo. You're not going to make an evaluation of the loss of the para and also the loss of the calf. She'olim demand nezek harbe, because that's increasing very much the value of the damages suffered by the injured party. Ella, the note says here, what should you do? Take out the aval and put in its place Ella. Ella, what should you do? Rather, what should you do? Shamim para muberes. Make an evaluation. How much does a pregnant cow sell for in the shuk? Kamma haisa yafet tchila. How much would she have sold for in the shuk? There's different prices for different pregnant cows. This one was the one first prize in the Jersey Fair, and the other one did not. So there's different values. How much was she originally worth? Tchila. Kamma hi shava akshav. How much is she worth right now? Imesa imchaya. Oh, so this needs explanation.
Yeah.
How much is she worth now? Imesa imchaya. With the dead one and with the live one.
Oh, it's referring to the calf.
I believe so. Because that's...
Then you're going to get two different values. Which one are you going to use?
I'm a rubber, in Shami. Right. Evaluate how much was the para worth when she was still pregnant, and how much is she worth now?
What is this yafat tehila?
Okay, maybe that's an expression, means how good was she? How much worth did she have when she was initially alive and well before the goring?
And pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to say that included. So we're asking how are we going to. How much generally we say like this? We only have one animal, a pregnant animal. How much was the animal worth before the goring? How much is the animal worth after the goring?
Right.
And that's it. Total damages. Here we're saying how much was the pregnant animal worth before the goring, and how much is the worth now? And what are we saying? What are we looking at after the animal has been weakened or killed? And also included in this evaluation also will have to be the Demei HaUber. Right, Demei HaUber.
The value of the
okay.
baby.
Right, so what Rashi is a little bit confusing what Rashi says over here. The way we're going to read it is this what Rashi says over here. Kamma hi shava akshav imesa ochaya imesa imchaya. Rashi is referring not, like I said, to the Uber. He's not referring to the Uber at all. He's referring to the mother. How much was she originally worth, and how much is she worth now, whether she's alive or not? It doesn't really make a difference. How much is she worth now?
Wouldn't she worth a lot more alive than dead?
Yeah, okay, but the main point is, how much is she worth now? Whether she's alive, whether she's dead. Either way. How much was she originally worth before she was injured, and how much is she worth now after she's injured? Whether she's still alive, whether she's not still alive. But the damages is the difference between those two. And what's the story with the Vlad? The Vlad will figure out like this. How much was we'll figure out like this. How much was the pregnant cow worth before the goring? A pregnant cow is certainly worth more than a non-pregnant cow. A non-pregnant cow is worth 900, let's say, and the pregnant cow is worth 1,000. And now that the animal is what it is, so we'll say how much is the composite value of the calf and the mother after the goring. How much is that worth now?
Right.
And we'll take the difference between 1,000 and the 500, let's say we'll call it, that the value of the calf and the mother together is worth.
And that's the amount of money that we
That's
have
the amount of
to pay
damages.
the damages.
That's figuring the total damages
That's
to
the
the owner of the parrot. Before the parrot was gored, she was a pregnant parrot. She was worth 1,000. Now that she's been gored, so the composite value of the mother and the dead calf is, let's say, 500. So that means he suffered a total loss of 500. And Hatzinesek will be 250.
Right.
So this Rashi says in Mason Kai, he's really referring to the mother, because the Mishnah said clearly that the calf is dead.
Right.
But the Mishnah didn't say anything about the mother being dead or alive. And Rashi's just pointing out over here, because it doesn't really matter.
But where do we see in the Rashi that we take the value of the calf into consideration?
Right. We don't see that, but we have to say it's implied.
We have to say it. Okay.
Why do we have to say it's implied? Because that's the only logical way to think.
Right.
It certainly is the case that a pregnant cow is worth more than a non-pregnant cow, and it certainly is the case that a injured mother and a dead fetus is worth more than an injured mother, than an injured cow that doesn't have a dead fetus, doesn't have a dead cow.
Right.
Next to it.
Right.
Yeah, she didn't mention anything about the cow.
You be there too in the session?
Ezrat Hashem.